Welcome back to BCW Homecoming. Banana Man Sanchez here with two jobs because WWE bought out BCW, but they have the opportunity here to really showcase their talents as they head back to the high school gym where it all started for BCW. And we are going into the BCW Women's Championship matchup where Kai Basic challenges Betty Blade, the daughter of Baron Blade, here in a one-on-one matchup. And Kai Basic has been on a roll as of late. She's been winning matches, you know, ever since teaming up with Anime and Tana Black. She's been on fire, beating everyone left and right. But going against the champion here, when it comes to that title, nobody has been able to defeat her. It's weird because Betty B will lose a bunch of matches, but then she comes into the championship match and still somehow pulls out the victory. Granted, it's usually by nefarious means, you know, a little bit of an eye poke, feet on the ropes, some sort of cheap tactic. And with Jen Justice ringside, I'm starting to think that's what we're going to have here once again. Jen Justice looking mighty familiar, looking like Jen Connors, but we don't really know if that's her or not. Oh, big running right hand from Kai Basic as this match gets underway. Starting out aggressive, and I don't really blame her for doing so, but starting out aggressive against Betty Blade might be a bad idea, but it seems to be working. Oh no, a back and forth exchange here. This is different from what we normally see. Oh, and Mike Dyson, blind in one eye, wasn't able to see that coming, got knocked over there. Hopefully there's no cheap taxes that happens here. And of course, rakes the eyes. And now, oh no, body shot. There you go. Locking up here. Betty Blade trips her up, trying to humiliate Kai Basic. Kai Basic a bit frustrated, and Betty will take advantage very quickly here. No? Oh man, what an elbow. Damn. Kick to the gut though. DDT. Going for the arm right here, and we mentioned how we have Jen Connors ringside, or Jen Justice actually, but we think that's her, but apparently she doesn't remember who she is or where she came from. And because of that, she just hasn't been able to win matches in BCW herself. But unlike Betty Blade, she hasn't been able to win any matches at all. Big Samoan drop there, and now Kai Basic setting it up. Might be looking for the running knee here. She hits this, she's going to go right into the powerbomb as per usual. But here we go. Oh, that was incredibly close. Betty able to counter. Oh, but got caught with a drop kick that time from Kai Basic. Injustice trying to get involved from ringside here, but Kai knows what's going to happen. She knows that a distraction is underway and is choosing to ignore it. And I like that. I like that a lot. Irish whip now into the ropes. Leapfrog. Oh, super kick. That was nice. Is it enough though? Oh, an elbow to the gut though. Nice. Catches her. Wait, Blade Buster. Got it. The finisher. From out of nowhere. The same move she's used every time to retain that championship. And this might be it right here. 1, 2. No. And a running knee strike lands that time. But not going to go for the powerbomb, because this might actually be at 1. No, come on, man. Championship on the line, and that's what we have to deal with right now of all the times. Referee still distracted on the outside. Kai now going to look for the powerbomb. Countered by Betty Blade, though. Mike Dyson back in the ring. Roll up, small package roll up to retain the championship. 1, 2, and she got her. Unbelievable. After Betty Blade retained the championship, seems like the fans are kind of unhappy about that finish. And since Buzz and Cole Quinn could not be here for the main event, which is supposed to be a rematch from the Metropolitan Center right here in the high school gym, a scrap trap match, Betty Blade ends up having to face the debuting Abigail one-on-one instead of a scrap trap match. And Jen was perfectly fine with it. She saw it as an opportunity, but perhaps she didn't really know what she was getting herself into. Abigail explains to Jen that being aligned with Betty Blade might not be the best idea because Betty Blade might not really have your best interests at heart. But Betty Blade immediately cuts her off and says, look, I'm trying to help my friend out here. I got my friend into the main event. I don't know what you're talking about. And dominated. This has just been one-sided pretty much. I mean, you know, Jen's tried to get a little bit of offense in here and there, but it's really not working out for her. Oh, wait, there you go. Kick to the head. A little bit of an opening. And it was alleged that the fans were unhappy about that finish, and they were, but they seem to be cheering for Jen here. She goes after Abigail. Abigail Berta, a.k.a. Big Berta, but, you know, here we have to change their names. I don't know, not our choice. Irish whip into the ropes. Whoa! Dodges the boot. Now into the corner. Elbow to the face. Here we go. She's still in this one. Oh, but shoved off with ease by Abigail. Went for it. And again, Jin continues to fight back. Oh, kicking out the knee. Shining Wizard. Could this be it? Right into the cover very quickly. Oh, it's just a one. Scoop back up. Remember, you cannot escape the cage in this matchup. You have to get a pin or submission to end this thing. But you can use your environment to your advantage. And Jin has not been doing that. But then again, how is she going to do that against the much larger Abigail who stumps out the hand? End of days. Got it. And that should do it right there. Jin continues her losing streak. There's one. There's two. And she stays in it. I'm not sure how, but she's still in this matchup. Top rope now. Abigail going for... Oh, went for the senton, and Jin able to escape just in the nick of time. Goes for the legs here. Takes her down. Into the sharpshooter. Could this do it? I think this might actually be Jin Connor. She's using her old finisher. It might make Abigail actually tap out. What an upset this will be in her debut. No. Not strong enough to hold her down, unfortunately. And Abigail. Kick to the gut. Got her by the throat. Jin in trouble. Choke slam. No. Elbows behind the ear. That was nasty. Super kick attempted. Avoided. Caught from behind. And a release back suplex. Good try though, Jin. You really tried your best. And now a ground and pound here from Abigail. Elbow to the top of the head, trying to cut her open hard way. Come on, man. It's a bit much. But this is going to do it. Jin's completely rattled. She's got her skull bashed in. Her back slammed against the mat on multiple occasions. And here we go. Steiner's screwdriver. And we're going to go right into the pin. I don't see how Jin kicks out of this one. And that's it. Utter humiliation and destruction for Jin. But thanks for coming to Homecoming. Meanwhile, Jin will be sent to Brand New Japan Pro Wrestling to take on the champion, but because champion is practically in charge of things over there, she decides it's going to be a 3-on-1 handicap match to welcome the newcomer to Brand New Japan Wrestling. Unfortunately for Jin, Betty would not be able to be there, so it wouldn't even be a 2-on-3 handicap match. She didn't have any help whatsoever. She's basically alienated the rest of the people in the BCW locker room by aligning herself with Betty Blake, and with Betty Blake being busy, she's on her own in this one. Setting it up in the corner. Are they really going to go for a Meltzer driver? Springboard 450 at least? Nope, no, not even a 450. Tagging in Cammy Zane now. Really just having their way. A little showcase of their talents against, oh man, Jin Justice. Wait a minute, roll up here. 1, 2. Oh, and it's not enough just yet. Nice roll up though. Oh, takes one off the apron with a shoulder tackle. Takes one off with a punch. And a lariat takes down Jin. I like the tenaciousness. She knows she's outnumbered, but she's still trying to make the best of this opportunity. And this really guts her performance every single time we see her in the ring. The problem being, she just has the wrong people as her friends, I think. But then again, you can't really judge people with the company by the company they keep sometimes, because it may not even be their choice. And maybe Betty and Jin go way back. We don't know. We don't know their story, you know. It's kind of hard to just, tell someone off just because of who they're friends with. DDT to the head that time. Of course it's to the head, TJ. Elbow to the face. Look at that combination. Here we go. Top rope now. This may be a pointless effort, but we got a frog splash. Yoshi Sega on the pin. It's not enough. Tagging in the champ once again. Snapmare. And a kick to the head. A lot of damage. Wait a minute. Kick to the head back. How does she keep staying in this one? There goes Cammy Zane. Oh, wait. Nope. Was thrown off for a second there. A little bit of a miscue. She tried to go after Betty. No, not Betty. Brittany Omega. And now gets caught with a Kotaro Crusher. You know what? I respect this effort, but in the end, it seems like it doesn't really matter here. This is it. Setting up the V-trigger knee, or I guess the B-trigger. Got it right on the money. Not even going for a pin. What is this? Just finish her. And again, Jin trying to fight back. Forearm shot. Oh, and the champ just eats that one. Fires back with her own forearm shot. Overhand. And right up onto the shoulders. This is it. one-winged angel. 1, 2, 3, and that's gonna do it. I don't even understand what the point of that was, man. Just more humiliation for Jin for practically no reason, and now she's lost this matchup. She gets sent to Lucha Despacito Wrestling, where the champion Rema Isabella is waiting. But not only that, she is also scheduled to take on Kai Basic. But Anna May would make her guest appearance, coming to us from Raw, the Raw Women's Champion. She would basically try to explain to Jen that she's with the wrong crowd of people, but Betty and Reba are just like, how is she in the wrong crowd of people? She's going to get a title shot against the Lucha Despacito champion. And Anna May explains, well, she hasn't really earned that title opportunity, and the only reason you guys are giving it to her is because she hasn't won anything. So by doing this, you're basically elevating your own championship reigns by beating someone who used to be one of the greats in WWE. Jen doesn't know what she's talking about. Betty and Rema say they don't know what she's talking about either. But regardless of that, so Anna May explains that the only reason she came here is to train Jen, so she has to do that. Betty's like, I don't know about that, that might be a bad idea. But Rema says, no, go ahead and train her. Go ahead and train her. I want to face people at their best so that I can prove that I am the dominant champion of the 3 companies. And Betty just kind of looks at her funny. So to remind Jen who she was, or who she used to be, where she came from, Anna May did 2 things. First, she beat the absolute crap out of Jen in a Lucha Despacito wrestling match. She absolutely obliterated her. I'm talking, Jen got no offense in, like, whatsoever. And Anna May kept targeting the head over and over, which I'm not really sure why, but I guess she was trying to get that memory lobe working again. I don't know. But she completely punished Jen. It wasn't even fair. Like, it wasn't even close. Like, you could call this a wrestling match if you wanted to, but it really just looked like a showcase of all the Anna May's moves. Well, not really all of them, but you know, just the 5 moves of Doom, I suppose. But anyways, after this matchup, Anna May would take Jen backstage and play a little video package for her, showing her highlights of her career before she got injured mysteriously. No one really knows what happened, but she seemed to have been concussed and completely forgotten who she was. And thus, by seeing this, Jen was able to reignite the flame within her and become Jen Connors once again, going into her one-on-one match against Kai Basic in Lucha Despacito Wrestling, where the winner would challenge Rema Isabella for the Lucha Despacito Championship. Alright. Bell rings. Don't know how evenly contested this one's going to be. I expect Jen to have a distinct advantage, but I mean, we saw how Kai Basic performed against the BCW champion. Basically had the match won until Jen decided to interfere in that match. Blocks a senton, nice. I assume Kai might know a thing or two about Jen's arsenal. Maybe studying the tapes, maybe looked at the same video package that Jen saw and knows all about her. And Kai is bringing the fight. That's the thing about her. She never backs down from her challenge, and neither does Jen. And it's still weird to me that these two aren't friends. It's just crazy to me. But I guess it's just something we have to deal with. But it's not about friendship right now. It's about #1 contendership. One of these competitors is going to face Rema Isabella for the Lucha Despacito Championship. Almost said BCW Championship. I had to pause and catch myself there. Irish whip now into the corner. Jen able to sidestep the running drop kick. Irish whip of her own now into the corner. Hip attack. Patented hip attack. Down goes Kai. Follows it up with a second one. Kai is stunned. Oh, went for the kick to the knee. Usually sets up the Shining Wizard, but didn't get it that time. Forearm shot. Forearm shot again. Kick to the knee. Irish whip now. Hopping over leapfrog. Drop down. Super kick right on the money. Jen able to counter now. She turns things around. I don't even know how she recovered from that running super kick. And now she's unloading on Kai in the corner. Uppercut stuns her. From behind. Double waist lock, German suplex. Irish whip into the corner now. Drop kick right into the back. Beautiful. Follows up now just Kai. Her own suplex this time. It's been back and forth throughout pretty much the entire matchup. Neither one keeping the advantage for too long in this one. Top rope. Went for the elbow drop. Perhaps telegraphed it a little too much there. And Jen able to stop her. Got a knee strike to the back. Roll up from behind. Might have her. 1, 2. it's not even a 2 actually. There's a 1, and that's not a 2 either. Brainbuster. And a chair now involved thanks to Betty Blade, but Jen, I don't even know if she sees it. Well, she definitely sees it now, doesn't use it, instead goes for the frog splash instead while she has the opportunity to do so. Center of the ring, there's 2. Might be her chance here to use it if Betty can get the distraction off, but no, Jen ignores the chair, stays on Kai. Perhaps she did learn something from anime. Gets hit with that tilt-a-whirl backbreaker, does Kai. Zoning in on the body right now. Might be softening her up for the sharpshooter that targets the lower back. And also, taking the air out of her body might prevent her from escaping it as well. What's the follow-up? Kai able to counter. Spine buster. Mixes her up. Samoan drop now from Kai, and this is her opportunity. This is her chance. This is her moment to shine. This is her time for victory. The running knee gets every single bit of it. And Betty Blade up on the apron, distracting Mike Dyson. Taking a little too much time. He notices the pin, goes for it. Not enough to do it. Can Jen finally get her first victory over Kai? And with Betty Blade constantly interfering, you know, Anime looks kind of disappointed over there. Is Jen going to take advantage of this? I don't really think she has much of a choice. And she will. Hits the DDT. I mean, you can't really blame her for taking advantage of that one. She didn't ask Betty Blade to interfere. But Betty Blade interfered and gets that lung blower. Power bomb 2. And that's going to do it. We have ourselves a #1 contender. And I don't think Anime's new teacher is too happy about that one. But we'll see you next time on Lucha Despacito Wrestling, where Jen will continue her quest to the championship against Rema. We gotta wonder how this is gonna go with her in Anime. Is this gonna be a falling out? Are they gonna stop being friends? Is it gonna continue? I don't really know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But in the meantime, I hope you guys are enjoying the series. So far, first episode, what can I say? Tried to mix it up, make it a bit differently. This one's going to be centered more so around the indie companies that I introduced to Anime's WWE Adventure rather than the Raw roster and SmackDown and NXT and all that. I just thought it'd be cool to do this. Every character that you see, you've seen before in this series. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that. And hopefully you guys notice the Easter egg and all that. But regardless, I'll see you next time. And don't forget to check out Fallout, because I really enjoy that series, and I know some of you may not like that, but just give it a shot. Later.